In this video, let us discuss how to use @if condition, else, and @if else introduced in Angular 17. Let's start with a simple example. Look at this code @if and the condition is a greater than 5, and then I have written a message that a is greater than 5. Suppose I initialize a is equal to 10. So this condition is true, 10 greater than 5, and then this content will be added to the DOM. The content inside the if condition will be added only when if the condition is true, otherwise not. So we can see that the message is 10 is greater than 5. Let's suppose we want to add if else. Look at this. We can write here message. Suppose I am just displaying the content. @else. Now I am just making it for. Now what will happen that the first condition is fail. So this part will not be added to the DOM. Now this part will be added to the DOM. Okay. We can write this message like this. So this is @else if. @else. Now if you want to add @else if, suppose @else if, here you can give another condition. Suppose I am giving the condition a greater than 5. Suppose a greater than 10 and a less than 30. In this case, I am giving the message is greater than 10 and less than 30. So this is the message. So if this condition does not execute, then it will go to the else if, and this is also not true. If this is false, only when this will come to the else if, and if this is also false, then it will go to the else part. Okay. Suppose I enter a number between 10 and 30. Suppose this is 15. A greater than 10 and a less than 30. So that is also executed. So we can make it less than 5. Okay. Now if a less than 5, this content will be added to the DOM, and if that condition is false, then this condition will be checked, and if this condition is false, then it will go to the else. Right now as a is 15, so else if condition is true, so we get this message here 15 is greater than 10, okay, and less than 30. So in this way we can use @if, else if, else. Now let's see more about it. Suppose I have a farm control, it has a value 5, and I will create an input text and will change the value inside it. I have already created a code here. Okay, this is an input text, and I have used a farm control. property binding using property binding with form control. My num is this form control, initial value is 5. What will happen if I change value here? There are conditions like this. First I am checking whether my num dot value is null or undefined or not. If null or undefined, then this part will not be executed. Otherwise, this part will be executed. And inside it, first I will check whether value is less than 10, then print this message, and else if condition value is greater than or equal to 10 and value less than or equal to 20, then print this message, otherwise go to the else part. This is the code, and here this is the form control. First of all, I am checking whether the minum dot value is null or undefined. If that is null or undefined, then don't execute anything. Okay, if you will not check this, you will get the error. We have to check the null. Now this is input text, less than 10 value, suppose 7, goes to the first if part. Okay, this is less than 10. Now there is greater than 10 and less than 20, suppose 15. This goes to the content is added. This content is added to the down, is between 10 to 20. Now let's enter greater than 20. Now it goes to the @else. In this way we can use if condition with the form control. Okay. Now let us see how to use async pipe. We use async pipe with the observable, and using async pipe we get the result as we get using subscribe. So no need to subscribe. Async pipe will uh, asynchronously gives the data. Suppose I have a person object, it has name and age, and I am creating it observable using of. So this is a observable. Now use it with @. This is the person object, then pipe async, then alias it as p, and then you can get person value using p.name, p.age. Here the value is p.name is abc and p.age is 30. We can check here. Suppose I delete it here, then we can check the output clearly. abc 30. @person, @if, then person dollar, pipe async, alias it as p, and then get the value from the person. Now let's see how to use @if inside for loop. I have created an array customer. I will iterate it, and the customer array has objects like containing ID, name, and is active. What I am doing that I will iterate that customer using @for, and only print those objects which have is active true by checking @if. Let's see. For CM of customers, I am iterating the customers array. Then use track cm.id. In this way, using CM, we can access every object's property, and here I am checking cm.isActive. This will run as many times as there are the contents in the array, and the first time it will check cm.isActive. If it is true, then this content will be added to the DOM. Okay, so because I am checking for the true, then only for the ID1 and ID3 will be added to the DOM. First object and third object. Okay, let's see. ID1 name AB and ID3 name XY. And the second was not added because I have used @if, and here is false. Now one more thing, let's see how to use @if to display validation message in our form. I have already created a simple example. This is a form. I have a form group here, customer form, and it has a username, form control, and validation is validators.required. Okay, I will display the validation message for validations.required. Look at here how. First of all, form property binding is done by form group, and then form control input text. This is for username control, and as username has the validation required, so to display the message I am using @if username.errors. What I am doing that I have a getter method for username. Okay, that get this username I will get from here and then returning it as form control. So this getter, I am using this getter name usernames dot errors and then safe navigation dot required. This is the validator. If this is true, if this expression is true, then we will get this message username required. Let's see here, username required, and if I enter some data, then dynamically it will remove that content from the DOM. Okay, in this way we can use @if condition in our Angular application. Okay, thank you.